Barcelona failed to come back against Atletico Madrid after winning the second leg 3 goals to nil and coming this close to getting a fourth goal so many times. Atletico Madrid qualify for the Copa del Rey final, and honestly, there's not much more Barcelona could have done. I'm extremely proud of this team. I'm extremely proud of the performance. The intensity and press from minute 1 to 90 was phenomenal. The urgency from every player was incredible. The defensive structure was great. I mean, I seen Pedri putting in a shift at center back near the end. The defense was incredible today. They were holding it down. There was a couple chances, extremely scary chances that Leti had that Barcelona took care of. Lookman was looking pretty scary in the first half as well, but Barca took care of him. Defensively, great. Offensively, great. Honestly, it's a spectacular performance. We won 3-0, but obviously that's not enough to overcome the 4-0 deficit. And I never thought a Copa del Rey game would leave me this like broken, but I never thought I would care after the 4-0. I'm like, whatever, bro, just get the second leg over with. But man, that game got me excited. And yeah, we lost, but I think that changes the trajectory of the rest of our season. If we can put up performances like this, we can 100% do well in the UCL. And yeah, man, let's get right into it. Barcelona's press in the first 15 minutes, it was incredible. Atleti were nervous. You could tell how nervous they were, bro. They couldn't place together two passes. Especially Rafinha, the intensity from him. He like intercepted the ball so many times. Atleti just gave us the ball so many times, and they just boot the ball out when the ball was in their box because they were scared. They were scared. We didn't even score yet. It's 4-0 still, and they're scared. That tells you everything. That tells you everything you need to know about Barca's performance, man. We didn't even score yet, and they're scared. Um, I think, yeah, okay. Rafinha had a shot off pretty early. He cut in. He tried hitting it near post, but it went just wide. Bernal had a shot from outside the box. That was pretty poor. Honestly, I can't even go over all the shots. There was like 30 shots. We had like 14. No, we had more than 14 corners. I've never seen this many corners in my life. Ferran was horrible in that first half. He missed the target from close. We had a corner where Ferran got a hit to it, and honestly, I would expect him to hit the target. It was a great chance, but he misses the target. That one, I don't blame him too much for, but the other shots he made, you know, I don't even want to talk about. Then from a corner, they play it short to Lamine. Lamine absolutely cooks the Atleti defenders. He hits it past the keeper, and Marc Bernal is there to get the first goal in like the 30th minute. Lamine was amazing today. Bernal was amazing today. And yeah, not too far later, I think it was Yamal who got fouled outside the box, and the referee didn't call it, but there was a foul from a Barca player against an Atleti player that wasn't even as like, I don't know. It was less of a foul than the foul we didn't get, and he called it for Atleti. It was right outside the box. I'm not saying we lost the game because he didn't call that, but that would have been a great chance. But it's all right. We move. Not too long after this, Cancelo puts it across to Rafinha, who gets his head to it, but it's just wide of the target. And then from here, basically until Barca's second goal, Barca were not looking very good. Like we were not clinical enough. We weren't clinical at all. We had a couple pretty bad corners. Ferran wasted the ball. I mean, I think we were on a counter, and Ferran tried to play a ball in, but it was one of the worst balls I've ever seen. It went straight to the Atleti player. I didn't even see the vision. Like usually I might see the vision, like with some Danny Olmo passes, like in the second half. I can see the vision. For Ferran's pass, I did not see the vision at all. We were inside the box. He just gave the ball away. And then yeah, like I said, we had another couple corners which were pretty bad. We had a great counter which led to Rafinha just skying the ball, absolutely wasting it. And then Atleti had a great chance near the end, but Lookman he puts it wide. Then out of nowhere, bro, Pedri, Pedri's dribbling into the Atleti box, and we get a penalty. Rafinha steps up. Thank God it was Rafinha and not Yamal. I want Rafinha to take all the penalties, and Rafinha puts it away, and it's 2-0 right before the second half. And that was a crucial goal, like for the momentum of the game. If we ended 1-0 after being so bad clinically near the end of this first half, the comeback is looking very unlikely. But now with that second goal, that just gives us another bit of hope. And yeah, now on to the second half. Alvarez had a pretty decent shot. Was it Alvarez? Hold up. Did Alvarez even have a shot? He did. Okay, no, I thought I was tripping. All right, yeah. Alvarez had a pretty decent shot, but it was saved by Juan Garcia. And Cancelo, like he did this nice little move, like I don't know, he was running and he hits the ball to the left of the player and runs to the right, and he grabs the ball and goes in for a cross, but then he gets fouled. And then that results in a free kick, which he put in a cross that Varane almost got to. Oh my, if I would have forgave everything Varane did that game if he hit that. And he was just like, I'm not gonna blame this on him. He jumped, he tried to get it, he couldn't get it. Very close, man. It was like this close. Then Lamine has a really nice play. I believe he dribbles a few players and gets the shot off, but the keeper saves it. Then Rashford, yeah, he plays the shorter court to Pedri. Pedri gives a cross, but it went straight to the keeper. We could have done a lot better with our corners. I think our corners were pretty wasteful. Even though we scored 2 from corners pretty much, I think we were wasteful. We had like 15. We could have done a lot better. There was, one time where Lamine just skied the ball. Rafinha skied a couple. Um, we subbed Araujo on and put him in striker, and he was useless. Not like because we didn't serve him. We didn't service him. We could have done a lot more with the corners. But from open play, we were great. And then sorry, that was a tangent. What was I yapping about? Yeah, the Rashford corner. So after that, Omo gets subbed on, and literally like within 2 minutes, he gives the most he gets the most stupid yellow card of all time. The keeper has the ball and he tried to kick out of his hands. Omo, what are you doing? You just got subbed on. There was a deserved yellow, and that was stupid. You're playing on eggshells now for what? We're trying to come back and you're doing this stupid you're putting in these stupid tackles. That's never gonna work. Then shortly after that, Balde gets injured, which who got subbed on? Araujo got subbed on for Balde. I thought Araujo was gonna get put in right back, and then Cancelo back to left back, but he went in striker. Araujo went to striker. Flick is trying to pull off the same gimmick he did against Girona earlier in the season. And yeah, I don't know, man. That was a funny tactic. But anyways, shortly after Balde gets injured, we get another corner. Was it a corner? No, no. Cancelo had the ball. He was still in right back. Cancelo puts in a great cross to Bernal, who puts it in the back of the net. And now it's 2-0. And that was a great, I believe it was a header, right? It was a great header from Bernal. And it was another spectacular cross from Cancelo. Oh my god, bro. Cancelo's crosses today were they if we would have came back, a big reason would have been Cancelo's crosses. He was incredible. Then after that, Rafinha puts in a cross. He was like on the right side of the post. He crosses it in, but there was no one to be found. Someone should have been there. That was a great cross from Rafinha. Someone should have been there to pounce on it. And then Lamine plays a beautiful like Trivela pass to Cancelo, who puts it in, but unfortunately nothing comes from it. We had a pretty decent corner. Almost was left wide open. I don't know if you guys remember the goal against Villarreal that we conceded last game. It was almost the exact same situation. Almost was just wide open, but he couldn't get the shot off, unfortunately. We had a couple corners. Yamal skied one, like I mentioned earlier. Oh yeah, it was a one-on-one. I think it was Sorloth making the run. Kubarsi was chasing right behind him, and he puts in an incredible tackle. An incredible tackle. If he messes that tackle up, that's a red card, and we're for sure screwed. He gets the ball perfectly, and he silences Sorloth. That was a great tackle from Kubarsi, and he honestly he could have saved us with that. Like I understand we lost, but that could have saved us. Then after Atleti had another pretty dangerous counterattack, but the defense stood strong. They didn't really get a shot off. And then near the end, Lamine had a decent shot, and we were just fighting for our lives, putting the ball in, trying to get a goal. And unfortunately, nothing happened. One thing I want to mention, the ball boys at Barca deserve a raise. These guys were so quick to give us the ball the second the ball went out. When the Atleti players on the bench, these little scums, when they were kicking the ball away, the Barca ball boys, they came clutch and gave us the ball straight away. And that leads me to something I want to talk about. the referee. I don't think he made any crazy like decisions. I don't think he missed a foul, missed a pen, or anything crazy. Other than that free kick I mentioned earlier, but there was nothing major I want to talk about the ref, like major mistakes the ref made. But the extra time situation, that's what the hell are we doing? 6 minutes of added time when Atleti are time wasting the whole time. Balde got injured, which wasted a few minutes. Um, all the times the Atleti players were kicking the ball. What's his name? Giuliano Simeone faking an injury, I believe. And the ball, like literally, the people on the bench, the Atleti bench players kicking the ball away, they don't get a card, as far as I remember. And only 6 minutes, you blow the whistle at 6 minutes and 20 seconds. Like I feel, I know maybe I'm tripping. Obviously, I'm gonna be biased. I'm a Barca fan. I want us to come back. I feel like that was very ridiculous. Like especially when you take into account the time wasting done inside the extra time. It's a minimum of 6 minutes. You can do more than that. If they're time wasting in those 6 minutes, you can add more to that. So that I think the referee got wrong, but it is what it is. I mean, Atleti dominated us in the first game. I think Atleti deserved to be in the final. I don't think they robbed us. You know what I mean? They were fair. Yeah, they were time wasting. You're gonna do what you're gonna do, right? It's the referee's responsibility to hold them accountable, and I don't think he did. And yeah, Atleti go to the final. They'll be versing either Sociedad or Bilbao. It's looking more likely they'll verse Sociedad. And yeah, that's the end of Barca in the Copa del Rey. We put up a great fight. I'm proud of like I said, I'm proud of the players. I'm proud of the performance, and this gives me hope for the UCL because this shows me like if we're down, we could come back. Atleti is one of the best like defensive sides in Europe, and we were able to do this. And yeah, we didn't come back. And I would hope we're not 4-0 down in the UCL. If we're ever down a couple goals, I have a lot more confidence now that we can come back. And I think our next game is against Newcastle, right? No, it's not. We verse Bilbao on the weekend, then we verse Newcastle on Tuesday. So Bilbao is never like an easy opponent. I understand they're having a bad season, so it might not be as hard. Oh, they're in ninth. They're usually a top three, top four, not top three. They're usually a top four, top five team in that liga. They're having an off season for their standards, but it's at their home, and yeah, that'll be a tough game. But I trust Barca to go through. I mean, we had back to back very good performances, probably our best two performances of the season, from what I remember. There's probably one I'm missing, but those were definitely up there with the two best, and well, with some of the best. So hopefully we could carry that momentum to Bilbao and get the win. We're now 4 points clear in La Liga because Real Madrid got back-to-back losses. They just lost to Getafe yesterday. So that's very good for Barca. We're now back to the 4 points we had originally. Could have been 8 points if we didn't lose to Girona and Sociedad, but we're first by a few points, so I'll take it any day of the week. And then that Newcastle game is going to be at. I was editing the video and I realized this part cut out, so I'm sorry. I'm going to try and finish that right now. So the first leg is at St. James's Park, which will be a very tough ground to go to. Those fans are loud, man. That'll be a very tough ground to go to. So that game won't be easy. I think Barca will get it in. Hopefully another 2-1 win, maybe 2-0, maybe 1-0. I just want to get out of there with a win. Um, but regardless, I know once they come to the Camp Nou, it's going to be a completely different story. I know Barcelona, I'm not saying we'll dominate them, blow them out of the water or something, but I'm sure Barca will do a lot better at Camp Nou. Hopefully we can get like a 2-0 win, something comfortable. But I expect Barca to go through. And then if we do go through, I'm assuming Atleti will too, because like I said last video, Juve are not, or sorry, who are they versing? Tottenham. Tottenham are not great. So we will have a chance at revenge against Atleti, or they'll double down and spank us again. But if we play like we did today, I'm sure Barca will get the revenge. And yeah, that's everything I wanted to talk about. I'll see you guys for the game on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday against Bilbao. Peace out.